you YouTubers out there doing this fine day. I know we had a beautiful day here today, and I got to see the doctor for a follow-up and got some good news. So it's been a great day in the neighborhood here. Plus, the Michigan Department of Corrections finally got back to me today, so I have one more piece of the puzzle on Big Mike audits. And I decided to go ahead and do the video on him with the other, or the one last piece of the puzzle missing. And if the court ever gets back to me and it's a really interesting news, I can always make an update video. So Michigan is just like Florida when it comes to searching out a criminal history on someone. You can't search just one website and find everything for the state. No, you have to search each individual county, and in Michigan, that means searching two different courts that you have to search, one for misdemeanor charges and one for felonies. Now, there is 83 counties in Michigan, so I'm sure you all can do the math and see it would take me days upon days to search that many courts. So, I'm sure that you all know that I had the time over the last 3 weeks to do it. I just didn't have the inkling to put that much effort into Big Mike audits. So, with the help of a subscriber, we were able to identify Big Mike audits and where he lives. And from there, it was pretty easy, except for this one last case. So here's what I was able to find on Big Mike from Curtis, Michigan. So we'll start right out with Mike's driving record. I could only find 3 traffic tickets unless he's got more in another part of the state. Appears back in July of 2003, he had an equipment violation, defective or missing. He was found guilty and given an $80 fine and fees, which were suspended. And then we go ahead to April 12th, 2005. He got a failure to stop in an assured distance with an accident out of Bedford, Michigan. And then he had another one for no proof of insurance. Both of them, he was given a default judgment, $207 fine and fees on each one, which he has never, ever paid. Now we go on to his criminal record, and boy, does he have one. Now, back on February 26th of 2000, he was arrested in Monroe County, Michigan, for deliver or manufacture marijuana, ×2, they were felonies, maintaining a drug house, which was a misdemeanor, possession of marijuana, a misdemeanor, and firearm possession, which was a felony. Those were bound over to the circuit court for the felonies. And as you see up above here, on March 9th, 2000, he was indicted for all of those charges. And then he pled guilty to counts 1 through 4, so 2 felonies and 2 misdemeanors. And count 5, the firearm possession charge, they nola prosequi. Now, on 2/27/2000, he was given 93 to 180 days in jail and 2 years probation. He was also given 273 to 365 days in jail with 3 years probation. Count 3, he was given another 273 to 365 days in jail and 3 years probation. These are all concurrent, by the way. And his last one there, the possession of marijuana, he was given 180 days in jail and 3 years probation. He was also given $4,285 in fine and fees, which as of March of 2025, he still owes $805.20. Now we're going to go ahead to September 4th, 2001. There is a bench warrant out for him for a probation violation. And on 11/15/01, that warrant was canceled, and he was given 76 days in jail. Now, after he got out of jail, which would probably be in late January, April 11th of 2002, there's another bench warrant for probation violation. That warrant was recalled on 10/21/2002, and on 12/19/2002, he was given 1 year in jail with 235 days of credit. Yeah, he keeps playing around, and on, June 23rd, 2003, he was given a bench warrant for a probation violation again. On 6/24/2003, that warrant was recalled. And on August 7th, 2003, he was given prison sentence, 1.5 to 4 years state prison with credit for 418 days on his deliver and manufacture of marijuana charge. The second felony deliver and manufacture marijuana charge, he was given another 1.5 to 4 years in state prison with credit for 418 days. All of these sentences are going to be concurrent. And then we've got he was given a 1.25 to 2 years in state prison with credit for 418 days, which I believe would carry him way over the 1.25 here. Anyways, he had all three of those sentences. As you can see right here, Mike went to state prison on August 21st, 2003, and he was released on parole on November 2nd, 2003. So he really did less than 2.5 months in prison. So he didn't spend a lot of time there. He was at Pugsley Correctional Facility, as you see here, which was a minimum security facility. It is now permanently closed. And here is old Big Mike's prison mugshot. And look at that, showing you a much younger Big Mike. You remember that Big Mike when you got into prison and they took that picture? Yeah, well. So now we're going to go ahead, and on August 26th, 2002, one of his violations of probation on his earlier charge was a failure to appear warrant on an assault and battery charge out of Monroe County, Michigan. That warrant was returned on 10/21/2002, just a couple months later, and he pled guilty on December 13th, 2002, and spent 45 days in jail. Now we go ahead to October 19th, 2002, which was another one of his violations. He was arrested for assault, resist, or obstruct a police officer, a felony out of Monroe County, Michigan, and they know to prosecute that charge. I don't know why. And then on 11/29/2003, less than a month after getting out of state prison, he was arrested again for assault and battery, a misdemeanor out of Monroe County. That charge was nolle prosequi with a $208 fee. And we go ahead 6 months, and on July 20th, 2004, he's arrested for retail fraud in the 3rd degree out of Monroe County, Michigan. He pled guilty, was given 45 days in jail with 8 days of credit. And now we're going to jump ahead to September 25th, 2006. He picks up some more felonies. He got 2 counts of possessed controlled substance analogs, which were felonies out of Monroe County. He got a possession of marijuana, which was a misdemeanor out of Monroe County. He got a felony for disarming a peace officer out of Monroe County, and an assault, resist, and obstruct a peace officer, or police officer, which was a felony. He pled guilty to counts 1 and 2 and 4 and 5. So he pled guilty to the 4 felonies, and count 3 was nolle prost to get him to plead to the others. On November 15th, 2006, he was given 210 days in jail with credit for 1 day served. He did 3 years probation and a $1,036 fine. And on, see, June 12, 2008, he did 1 day in jail for time served. On December 9th, 2008, a bench warrant was put out for a probation violation. That warrant was recalled on 12/17/2008, and that's because on December 16th, 2008, he was in court. He was given 30 days in jail. And we go ahead to October 1st, 2009. He's got another bench warrant for a probation violation. On 2/26/2010, it was recalled, and it says on August 20th, 2010, it says sentencing, but nothing was listed. I see he did 6 months in jail there waiting for his sentencing, so maybe they gave him that as his time served. Anyways, we go ahead 3 years. Funny, he could behave himself for 3 years while he was on probation. Anyways, February 24th, 2009, we've got a possession of marijuana, a misdemeanor out of Monroe County, Michigan. He pled guilty and was given a $298 fine and fees. And then on March 24th, 2009, he was charged with failure to pay inmate admission fee out of Monroe County, Michigan. And it took 4 years, and on April 18th, 2013, the fine, fees, and penalties were all dismissed. I don't know what that charge is even about. Maybe Michigan charges you when you go to county jail or something. This is the case I've been waiting for Mackinac County to get back to me on. On May 4th, 2009, he was charged with a felony, breaking and entering a building. But Mackinac County has a 7-year search limit on their site, so I couldn't find anything out other than it was bound over to circuit court. So when I went to the circuit court, tried to search it, nothing comes up because of that 7-year limit. I have been waiting week and a half now for Mackinac County to get back to me, and they have not. If they do get back to me, and there's anything good there, I'll do an update video and update you all on what he was sentenced to on that one. Or if he was found guilty, or maybe the reason I can't find it is because he was not indicted for the felony. So now we're going to go ahead to July 24th, 2009. And all 4 of these charges right through to 2012, we've got 4 of them, 7/24/09, March 16th, 2010, 11, November 29th, 2011, and August 6th, 2012. All of these are failure to pay an inmate admission fee, which is in Monroe County. And the only one, the July 24, 2009, the fines and fees were all dismissed on April 18th, 2013. All the rest of them, the $25 fine, was paid on October 6th, 2014. And that is the last that I can find for criminal charges on him. Again, unless he's gone to a different county that I did not check. On October 5th, 2004, Nellie Rushlaw sued Michael in Monroe County Small Claims Court, and that charge actually got dismissed. Now, I think it was on August 22nd, 2006, Florence and Peter Headwall sued Big Mike in Monroe County, Michigan, and that one was for a eviction. And there was a default judgment for the plaintiffs for the eviction and $1,279. I don't know if that was ever paid or not. All the cases that I found were under Michael D. or Michael Dean with a date of birth of 1981, because Michael likes to use the alias Michael L. and then his last name. So anyways, Big Mike up here, he's born in January 1981. He's living in Curtis, Michigan, I'm told, and he's supposedly still living with his mother, Marion. I got a phone number there we had to block out so we don't get privacy struck. We've got 3 email addresses for him I had to partially block out so I don't get privacy struck. And he's got a Facebook page, so if you go out there and search him, you can find his Facebook page. I had to block it out again because of probable privacy strikes from somebody like Big Mike, who's going to be angry that he ended up being exposed. So that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is what I was able to find on Big Mike audits from Curtis, Michigan. Minus that one case that we discussed that was transferred to circuit court, and I couldn't find anything on. Now, I do have to hand it to Big Mike that he seems to have rehabilitated himself, since it doesn't look like he's had been charged with anything or convicted of any crimes in the last 12 and a half years. So there's that anyways. But why take up frauditing all those years later? Aha! For all the same reasons all the others do it when they have a criminal history like Big Mike. Revenge. It's because they want to get revenge on the system that held them accountable for all of those years. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed the exposure of the real Big Mike audits. As always, if you liked it, please hit that like button and share the video if you have a channel of your own. If you're not a subscriber yet, please hit that subscribe button and the bell. That way you'll be notified of all new videos when they come out, if you like what we're doing here. I think we're only 70 or 75 people away from the 6,000 subscriber count, which is awesome. And don't forget about our Patreon page. There's information I can't give you here on YouTube due to YouTube's privacy rules. And we all know these frauditors get butthurt when they get exposed, and they become the biggest hypocrites in the world, and they privacy strike the videos that tell the truth about them. But on Patreon, I can publish all of that information, and you can have access to it too for just $1 a month. Now, 18 law enforcement officers have lost their lives in the line of duty so far this year in 2025, according to the Officer Down Memorial page. That is less than the first 3 months of 2024. I'm sorry, I had to yell at my dog there. So anyways, that's, let's see, we were at that is less than the first 3 months of 2024. So the trajectory is going down, and that's good news. But bluehelp.org says that 28 law enforcement officers have taken their own lives so far in 2025. Now, on the screen, there are some phone numbers that you can utilize if you know someone who's contemplating hurting themselves, or for you to use if you yourself are thinking about hurting yourself. Now, I want to thank everyone out there for all of the well wishes in relation to my little scare a couple weeks ago now. I appreciate all of you out there more than you will ever know. So hopefully, I Am Free Inland Auditing Media, Robert from Gig Harbor, Washington, will be up next. The court has my records request, and it's been a few days, so I'm hoping they're going to get back to me within the next couple of days. So until then, y'all please continue to back the blue and take care out there for now.